also known as the Second Indochina War, was a conflict in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia from November 1st, 1955 to the fall of Saigon on April 30th, 1975. It was the second of the Indochina Wars and was officially fought between North Vietnam and South Vietnam.
We had the privilege of sitting down with a Vietnam survivor, Lien Tran, to learn about her experiences and the obstacles she faced.
There was a civil war because of different ideology of how to run the country. So we were divided along the 17th parallel between the north part and the south. So that's what the civil war between the north. The north is communist and the south is republic. So the war went on for a long time, and in 1975, and American, was involved with the war, and it helped the South, but American withdrew in 1975, so the country collapsed, and the North just invaded Vietnam, and it became a whole unified country. My father nephew was an officer in the Navy, so he knew that Vietnam is going to fall. So he actually got our family into the naval base like a week before. Because every city except Saigon was already falling. Saigon was the last captured city. Vietnam officially fell April 30th, 1975, and I left at midnight, April 29th. There was a lot of bombing, like when I was in the army base with my dad, we had to go hide in a bomb bunker, and so there was a lot of bombing and in the middle of the night. My father knew that we had to leave, but we actually didn't know where we were heading. So, but everyone was just clamoring to leave because they were just so fearful of the communist takeover. I was really scared. We didn't even know that we were going to the U.S. We just know that because my father was in the army, if we would have stayed behind, our house would be repossessed and he would have to go to concentration camp. So we would be homeless, essentially. We would not have any home. The journey from Vietnam to the Philippines was, I think, 7 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were midway. We were on the big ship for like 2 or 3 days before we got transferred to the smaller ship. And then once we got to the Philippines, we were only supposed to be there a week before we got transferred because we was only supposed to be processed. They would give us clothes and processing the paper, all your belongings, everything that you want to bring, you can fit it in one bag. My mom, during the boarding of the ship, she left the black bag behind. So we lost all our money, not money, but gold. The gold she put in there, our birth certificate, a few pictures, one extra set of clothing. So by the time we were on the ship, whatever we have on our cell is that's it. It was just really chaotic. Everyone trying to climb up the ship. One particular family that came to just stand out to me still to this day was these 2 brothers. They were probably 12, 13, and they just lost their parent during the boarding. So they were just there, and they were just like crying all day and all night. They were just sitting there crying by themselves because they have no family. So in that way, I felt that we were extremely lucky that we managed to stay together with all that. We were sponsored by a church in Tyler, Texas. So the church, when we get sponsored, they will take us out. They will give us housing for the first few months, help us getting all the paper, get us enrolled in school, and try to find my father and my mom a job. and they pay for rent for the first few months till we can stand on our feet. And I make the best to deal with it. And it was hard because I got bullied when I was in elementary school, because of my size, because of my language. I really didn't know who to turn to. So, I just kind of put up with it. I think it helped me a lot because of the hardship that I went through. All the, when you go through teenage year and you go through high school and you have all this issue, I said, oh God, it's nothing compared to what I went through. So in that way, it helped me because nothing bothered me after that. I think for the first few years, my biggest challenge is I miss my country. I have a dream every night I went to sleep. I dreamed that we could go back. The first few years, that the country would be peaceful again, and my family could board the ship legally and have a leisure time and go back. But after the first few years, I stopped because I know that's not a realistic dream anymore. I knew that I'm never gonna go back.